Now, your Local 2 Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist John Mayer.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, we are continuing to follow those rain chances out there. They've been with us since the weekend, not necessarily here in West Texas, but off to the east, and they're starting to make their way back towards the basin this morning. We're already seeing a little bit of activity down to the south along I-10. In fact, that's been with us since yesterday evening, that rain that we're seeing down around Terrell and Pecos County. We've had that rain sticking around off and on throughout the course of the night, and it's still there early on this morning. It's just a question of, will we get any of that to spread throughout the rest of the viewing area? Do we see any rain in the basin? Well, yesterday it was a bit hit or miss. It was down to the south for the most part along I-10. That's where the majority of that activity was. Also off to our east, you can see San Angelo is really where they got the most of this, and you start to see those blues on the map. That's where you get some of that heavier rainfall. They had nearly an inch of rain yesterday, and there's a chance that we'll see a little bit of that heavier stuff start to make its way closer to the viewing area, not necessarily making its way into West Texas, though. Again, it'll be very, very close towards Howard County, Big Spring area. That's where we're going to see that rain, just barely outside of our viewing area. And if we can get that to shift just a little bit to the west, we could start to get some of that rain here in the basin. But it's going to be a really fine line there, whether or not we actually get that rain or if it stays just off to our west. Along I-10, less of a question. There's going to be some fairly heavy rainfall into the Davis Mountains around Balmorhea, Fort Stockton. That's where we'll see that chance for some more activity a little bit later on today. After this, though, we'll start to dry out into tomorrow, Saturday. Once we get that rain out of the viewing area, we're going to see a chance for a little bit of drying into the start of the weekend, and that chance to warm up just a bit as that rain chance finally begins to fizzle out for us. But those temperatures still going to stay fairly mild over the next few days. We have that low pressure off to our north that's been bringing in a lot of that rainfall, and the good news is it's also bringing in some cloud cover that's helped to keep us a little bit cooler. We're in the upper 80s, lower 90s yesterday, and it should be just a bit cooler into this afternoon with those clouds lingering around for a good long while now. 84 degrees our high temperature for today. Tomorrow and Saturday, though, that chance to warm up into the lower 90s, but more rain by next week should help to cool us back down. Lower 80s by the start of the new school year on Monday. And if you don't get that rain today, no worries. We'll have a chance for some more by next week.